Good morning, juicing friends. Well, the last fast and vegan diet I did, I made it to day 43 on videos. I think I did like 50 days total. And that was with primarily a vegan diet and juicing. Now, juicing made me feel amazing, especially during the fast. And I lost a lot of weight. And I also realized that I had intolerances to things I had no clue about, including salt. Now, I slipped, and we all do, but I'm getting right back on the bandwagon. But what I'm doing this time is incorporating juicing and smoothies and a vegan diet, which is why I'm posting this through through juicing support groups. Because I think it's important. You know, you don't plan on juicing for the rest of your life. You make it part of your life, and I think that's really, really vital. You know, it's a great way to detox, and, you know, I've seen the benefits of it. So, I got on the scale yesterday, and the day before yesterday, excuse me, and, you know, I realized that the salt, I was retaining a lot of weight. You know, summer foods like hot dogs and hamburgers, chips and stuff are loaded with salt. And I knew, my husband and I talked about it, you know, I've come so far, I can't do that again. So we're off of that. Anyways, some advice for people that are, you know, trying to do this and trying to get on a better way of living, you know, is don't let the stress get to you. Last time, anytime I experienced stress, oh boy, did I want to stress eat. Today and yesterday, I dealt with some major stressing issues that affected my entire family. But I made it through, and it wasn't actually, it definitely wasn't necessary for me to stress eat. My husband and I, we poured a nightcap, and we ended up not drinking it. It was just totally unappealing. And that's the change from before. You know, I may have slipped up on different things, but the cravings that I had before are gone. So, yesterday starts 13 weeks that I'm working, incorporating many different aspects that I'm working on in my life to improve my life for myself, my body, my physical health, my mental health, my spiritual health, and just trying to do better. So, the juices I've made for the next couple days. I have my first, which is my morning juice. Now, I'm incorporating the fruit-type juices earlier on where they're very heavily fruit-based because of the sugars. I want to be able to burn it off. Just like I'm incorporating any higher-calorie foods, like my coconut milk with my smoothie in the morning, or I like carrot sticks with no salt peanut butter or almond butter. So those will be earlier in the day, so I have time to burn them off. That's not something you want to eat later in the day. So today I'm having, actually right now I'll show you. See this beautiful juice? This is pineapple, lemon, orange with zucchini. And the reason I use the zucchini is sometimes the pineapple is very rich for me, and it kind of makes certain parts of me rather itchy coming out and unpleasant. So the other thing I found is that I really enjoy them with ice. So I made up yesterday 3 quarts of this to get me through 3 days. Now, for those of you that are new on this whole thing, remember the 3-day rule. You can put it in your refrigerator for 3 days. Make sure to put it in a sealed container all the way up to the top to prevent oxidation. If you're going to freeze it, what I use the mason jars, but you don't want to freeze it above the shoulders on the mason jars because it will cause the jars to burst, and you can freeze them for 5 days. Preparation is absolutely key when doing this. The other juice I made is an apple, carrot, ginger, zucchini. Zucchini is like this great water-rich vegetables, so if you're making something, you know, with a more expensive, you know, fruit content or vegetable content, you could throw in a zucchini there to make a little more of it and not really affect the taste too much because it really is quite flavorless. So I won't be constantly weighing myself every day. I have figured out the things I can and can't eat. I have transitioned to coconut milk. which was a big step for me. I understand it is higher in fat, but not as high in fat as dairy, and definitely not as bad for me. You know, milk products, don't even get me started on it. I'm not choosing a vegan diet because I have these wonderful ideals we should not eat meat. I'm choosing a vegan diet for now because I have to fix myself. And we know one of the highest calorie, hardest things that we put on our body is meat. So, yesterday, for my family, my son, my husband, and myself, we had cauliflower mashed potatoes with portobello steak and sauteed onions, peppers on top of that. And it was really, really, really good. So it was a nice dinner, and I'm perfecting cooking with the cauliflower. I'm considering trying to make the cauliflower rice on my own for like the pizza doughs and stuff like that. Anyway, so that's what's going on with me. There are some people who have followed up and asked me how I've been since the last juicing time, which began with a fast, and then it worked into incorporating juices and a vegan diet. I have been busy with life. I am myself a urban homesteader. So this is a really busy time of year, but I have so many beautiful like herbs and green veggies coming up in my garden I'm very excited about. I'm working on growing my squash for the season and other things. You know, it just makes it, if you can grow it, it makes it just a little bit cheaper when you go to the store. And again, I still shop wholesale at Produce Junction. That's, if you're doing this long term, even just for yourself, I recommend looking for places like that because you do use a lot of fruit and vegetables, and it does make it easier on the wallet. Farm markets too, if you go at the end of the day, you know, a lot of them people are just looking to sell and get rid of it. You can make an offer and get something cheaper. So, on with today, dealing with the stresses, dealing with life. That's what it is, right guys? Wish me luck. And, yeah, that's where we're at. Day 2.